All right, let's not worry about what people think about us. That's the number one lesson I learned. And the biggest trick that your mind plays with you is that it puts you on a guilt trip. And what is guilt? Guilt is basically you are feeling bad about not meeting somebody's expectations. You feel guilty. Now, I'm not talking about a criminal guilt, or I'm not talking about you did something wrong legally, right? I'm talking about a typical emotional guilt you feel about not meeting your own expectations of yourself or the society's expectations, which includes people. That's why you worry so much about what people think about you, right? Now, let's break that down. Why do you feel guilt? Guilt is used against you to keep the society together, right? So, for example, you are told to get a job, you're told to do a certain type of career or education, you're told to dress a certain way, you're told to speak a certain way, right? But honestly, you don't need to be following those rules, right? You don't have to stick to a certain lifestyle because you're actually free. As long as you're an adult and you live in a free country, right? You are absolutely free to do what you want to do as long as you don't break any laws. You don't break a legal regulation. You are free to do what you want to do, including free to say what you want to say. Again, depends on the country you're in, right? But that's what I realized is I started questioning myself. If I'm being really honest, would I do certain thing, right? I'll give you an example. I hate saying good morning. I hate saying happy birthday. I just do it because I'm trying to be nice, but I don't believe in these things. Just because I say good morning, it doesn't make your morning good or make my morning good, right? I do believe in kindness. I do believe in honesty and directness. That's another example of how there is a society rule where you have to say happy birthday, you have to say happy new year. It's another guilt trip. So question everything you feel guilty about. Take a deep breath and say, okay, if I'm focusing on my own self-interest and my own happiness, as long as you're not breaking a law, you're not directly harming someone, for example, killing someone or, physically harming someone, right? If you're being honest and kind and at the same time true to yourself, I don't think guilt can exist. In fact, when you're honest with yourself, you're actually honest with the other person, right? And when you're honest with the other person, it actually results in them understanding you and overall happiness of the world, because eventually people realize that, okay, this is what you want and this is how you are, and either they accept you or they leave you, right? Which is good for both parties. I hope that helps and makes you understand the concept of guilt and how we try to submit to this idea that we need to make everybody happy or else I'll feel guilty. I'm doing this against my family or against my friend or opinion, right? Which is absolutely fine. It's better to be happy and alone and have two people who actually understand you and accept you versus the entire world. Having said that, you want to also be conscious of being open to feedback. Maybe your path is actually not correct and your family or your friends are giving you constructive feedback, and if there are two people telling you the same thing, you need to consider that. If it's only one person, maybe not, but rely on your intuition. But at the same time, sometimes I've been completely wrong about many things and my friends have given me feedback and I corrected myself. So that is a caveat, right? With that being said, yeah, live free, live guilt free, because guilt is the worst emotion you can have, guys. It sucks to feel guilty when it's not needed, right? I hope that helps. Until the next time.